Cleary.
So I don't know if there's a law enforcement officer that's been in this career that hasn't had some run-in with kind of the fallout of racism. I can tell you a quick story about myself. I've been on nights for about 3 years now, and I've only been an officer for about 3 years, but pretty early on in my career, I made a traffic stop on I saw it as a vehicle. It had a headlight out. As working nights, I'm big on lights because it's a safety issue, not only for the person driving that vehicle, but for other vehicles as well. When I approached the vehicle, it was an older African-American man, and I just noticed his hands were rigid up on top of the wheel, and he was shaking. And through talking with him, he was terrified. I was pulling him over not because I couldn't even see him, because he had a headlight out, because it was a safety issue, and I wanted to ensure that him and everyone else around him was safe. And in talking with him, we were able to kind of relax a little bit, and I explained to him why I was there and why I was doing what I was doing. So I've seen that fallout of racism. I mean, obviously that gentleman has had some experience with it in the past, to where he had the need to be that fearful of me. There was no aggressive action taken on my part. It was a very casual conversation, but he had that preconceived notion of fear when I approached that car. So I've seen the fallout of it, and I'd be willing to bet every law enforcement officer, not only in Kyle but everywhere, has had that reaction with somebody. So I'm trying, as the president of our association, as an officer in the city, and just as a member of this community, that's what I'm trying to be more aware of. I can go out and spend, every minute that I've had with somebody on the streets and be completely respectful of them. But I know it's still happening. So I'm trying to, understand where it's coming from and how I can how this department and how my association can help, change that.
Yes, sir.